Welcome back inside the Hidden Oddbox Gamer. I'm Chris, and today I will create Tom Holland in Fallout 4, or at least try my best to do it, and also guide you through it in tutorial style, so you can do the same at home. As you can see from the overlapping of a photo of Tom Holland and our Fallout 4 character, the results are quite similar, but let's see how I got here. Alright, first things first, always remember to check the inputs in the low part of the screen. With each one you can control different aspects of the same spot on our character's face. In this case it was especially important, as we will see, to make the skin smooth with the option included by pressing X on Xbox or Square on PlayStation. As you can see, the forehead of the default Fallout 4 character is pretty big compared to Tom Holland, so we needed to make it smaller. Then the eyebrows need to be more distant from one another and closer to the eyes. As we switch eyebrows type, I warn you that we will remodel more than a few times each part of the face to get the results we want. Taking care of the top part of the eyes, I kinda pushed the cut of the pupil a little to the bottom. Then I switched type to make the sides of the eyes a little bit more prominent. The name should be Strict 5 or something. An important step is to pick all the face parts you can and set the skin as smooth like I'm doing here with the forehead. I did this later in the video when I recorded, but you can already get ahead. Now I noticed that the distance between the eyes was off, so I got them a little closer. Oh, and also make them a little smaller with the D-pad for the size parameter. Make sure to try and position the center of the eyebrows similar to how Tom Holland has it. Now, when it comes to the cheeks, try to make them look as young as the Fallout 4 engine allows. The nose is very difficult to get right. First pick the type Seductive 1. Now you can individually modify the tip of the nose and also the nostrils. Starting from the tip, try to move it a little bit upwards without moving it to the sides, so that we can mimic the nose of Tom Holland. Then set the right dimension for the tip with the D-pad side arrows. When it comes to the nostrils, in this first try I got it wrong. You actually need to make the shape as similar as possible with all the available options between the nostrils and the tip. Meaning, make them smaller without impacting the rest of the nose, and then, after that, you can select the whole nose and modify its size. If something doesn't seem right, you can still modify further. The cheekbones need to be a little bit visible, but nothing excessive. Make sure to look at them from multiple angles. Placing the cursor in certain parts of the cheeks allows us to pick the entire lower part of the face. Make everything as short and as small as possible. Also try to get the cheeks a little bit on the inside to recreate this little wave on Tom Holland's face. The mouth needs to be a bit smaller, and its angles should almost align with the center of the eyes. Be careful with the difference between the entire mouth size, which you can modify with the left bumper or L1, and the positioning of the mouth angles, which we can modify with the left stick. The external part of the jaw needs to be a little bit visible, so use the left D-pad and also the left stick down. Pick the chin and take it closer to the mouth. Speaking of which, as you can see, it's a bit too much on the external side, so fix this as well. Now modify the neck, make it smooth and as slim as possible, and also pick the brightest skin tone. Oh, and also remove the facial hair. Select the mouth again and place it a little bit up. Be careful not to move it on the sides. Pick the ears without a lobe and try to refine the size and placement as best as you can. Should be a little bit upward and not very big in size. Now, in the video's script I tried to already tell you the best practice to get as close as possible to the final result. So let's fast forward a little bit to where I fixed some minor details. You can do so as well by looking to a reference photo on the internet. I changed the type of eyebrows and their rotation, the color of the hair, the cheekbones to be a little smaller on the back side, and I made sure to follow the same instructions I gave you about the nose. Now we need to fix those lips. Pick the mouth type that's called something like Smart 1 and make it a little bit more smiley. Remember to confront the Fallout 4 character multiple times with pictures of the actual Tom Holland through the process. In this case I noticed that the bones behind the eyebrows need to be put a little bit more behind. Also, ask advice to someone else that is there. My brothers told me that the eyes were a little off and I fixed their size and position. As a final detail I also pushed back the bottom lip, but since I am writing this video as I look at the footage, I realized that I also made the bones of the eyebrows a little bit too big, so be sure to not make that mistake yourself. Here are some comparisons of the final result. Did you enjoy your time with the video? Leave a like if so, and subscribe for more. Thank you for watching, have a nice day, and game on!